Welcome back to Summon Tesla. Today I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the things that I think it's really important, and especially if you live in Canada, it's that much more important. For some reason, Tesla is really having a difficult time completing the Trans-Canada Highway Supercharging network. And frankly, as a Canadian, as somebody who would be very happy to drive from, well, the West Coast to the East Coast, it really kind of hinders it. Now, is it impossible? It's not impossible. It's very possible, but it's not comfortable. I guess you can put it that way. And that's a problem for me because I would love to take that trip, but I'd have to stop, charge up at the weirdest locations on chargers I don't want to charge up on. So I am waiting. I keep on waiting, and I believe now we're 2 years behind on this, and Tesla's really good at expanding that time frame, right? I understand that building a supercharger network is not easy, and that's completely fine with me. The thing is, when I got this car in 2018, last year, I was told there shouldn't be a problem by this time to have a coast-to-coast network. I'm sure it was in the plans. I'm sure it was kind of, being worked on, and it didn't happen. And that's a problem for me. I want to see the supercharger networks work. And I'm not asking for a lot of them. I'm asking just enough to get me from point A to point B, which is the East Coast to the West Coast. And I can go down in the United States. There are still some dead zones, but not as many. In Canada, it is definitely something that is hindering their sales. And how do I know this? Because a lot of people ask me this. A lot of people ask me, at what point do I have to stop and not charge at a supercharger? And I look it up on the map and I say, you know what? You're pretty much stuck at Fort Macleod in Alberta, for example. And you're not going to be able to go much further than that unless you're going to be stopping overnight, pretty much after you charged up. You do your mileage and then try and find a charger and stick around on basically very slow charging stations. And you're kind of stuck there. You see, I think Canada has been forgotten by Tesla. So that is the big question. If you own a Tesla in Canada, do you think that Tesla forgot about Canada? Do you think Tesla might or maybe should put a little bit more effort into Canada as well and say, listen, we need the supercharging networks here? I understand they are expensive, and I wouldn't care if they want to put advertising on these things. You know what? Local advertising, something that's local to that area. For example, if you live in Vancouver, there are X amount of companies I'm sure would be happy to advertise on it for outsiders, and that would be a great thing to do. I think it's a really good thing, and that's an upcoming video about how Tesla could make more money, or at the very least, fund the superchargers and expand even faster. That's all I have for you guys today. It's a short video, but yeah, has Tesla forgotten about Canada? At least when it comes to superchargers. Let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys who comment, every single one of you guys who are subscribed, and what can I say? Drive safe. As long as you're not driving from West Coast to East Coast in Canada, you'll be fine. A little side note, it is actually possible to do it if you go down to the States and basically make a nice big loop. I don't want to do that. I want to stick around Canada. All right. Bye-bye. Drive safe.